Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to my consultancy, Innovative Organization Development Consultancy. In this consultancy, I will talk about the knowledge transfer process and how it can help you, those who are participants and who have enrolled in this course, to harness, refine, and utilize this knowledge transfer process to develop value-based products and services in the course of their work. So let's come and join. Let me take you through this journey. In this course that I am going to launch, the first topic of this chapter 1 would be the types of knowledge transfer. There are two types of knowledge transfer. One is the explicit knowledge transfer, another one is the tacit knowledge transfer. Explicit knowledge transfer is related to your formal study and education, whereas tacit knowledge transfer is your experience, expertise, observations, whatever is there that you have learned on the way. Second is holders and receivers. Holders and receivers. Holders are the ones who hold the expertise of the knowledge and the information, and receivers are those who will receive in the way of training through workshops or apprentices, or those who participate in such seminars or workshops or webinars to learn the trade. Transfer methods. What are the methods to transfer this knowledge from the experts to the learners? There are various methods nowadays. Digital media is there through the Zoom video calls, webinars, Google Meet, where the educator can share their resources over the video call, and they can learn on this video call itself. There are several other online resources in the form of intranet. If somebody is working in the organization, the holder of the knowledge can upload several documents, published papers, videos, voice clips on the online information repositories, where the learner can access them through the username, password, or access mechanism, and learn about these concepts and stories. So there are several transfer methods, and the transfer methods are provided through documentation, which is the documentation of the happenings or the proceedings in a self-organizing team, or storytelling of an incident, how it happened, how they developed the planning, strategy, and the solutions to solve the issue, or through coach and the participants, that is mentor-mentee relationship, and how they are participating in this kind of a coaching program to learn the tricks of the trade and the nuances and the finer points that is happening. So these are the transfer methods, and developing a community of practice. If you are an expert in something and you start developing a community of like-minded people who also want to be like you, there are many very coaches nowadays whom you see developing a community of coaches, develop a community of advertisers, develop a community of marketers, digital marketers, so on and so forth. So basically this is also a knowledge transfer mechanism through various kind of associations and observations, imitations, storytelling, documentation, one-to-one coaching, mentor-mentee relationships. So these are the transfer methods. Capture and codification. So how the knowledge is captured? Knowledge is captured by ways of categorizing the information into various types and categories which are already pre-decided. So once this information, the scope of the discussion is determined, then automatically categories of the subcategories of the discussion at hand are also determined. The subcategories are about in which part of the discussion they will fit into, so that a meaningful proposition can be developed. Mapping. Mapping of information is basically how the information is transferring from the holder of the expertise or information to the receiver, and then the person who has acquired this knowledge by the transfer mechanism, how they are transferring it further into subgroups, into various other different categories of stakeholders who are to receive this information, who are to work on this type of knowledge transfer, who are to develop this concept into valuable products and services. So the mapping process takes into account the knowledge transfer flow among all the people who are involved in the process of information giving and taking. It's a very important process, and in this course we take into account that only when the mapping is done and it is visualized correctly from the holder to the receiver and to the various other receivers in the group. Basically it is like an affiliate type of setup, where an affiliate marketer is getting connected to one, then they are getting to several and several to several, and they are forming a tree type of diagram, or a tree chart, where the information is flowing from up to down or from down to up. So in this way the mapping shows that how the information so created through knowledge transfer mechanism is usefully and constructively disseminated among the benefit among the stakeholders who would benefit from such an activity. Next is barriers to knowledge transfer. Barriers to knowledge transfer is about the barriers or the obstacles that they would come up in the process of the knowledge transfer. So these barriers are basically some verbal, non-verbal. Verbal could be related to communication, non-verbal is related to several other factors in the environment, and they could be related to issues of culture, they could be related to issues of uh, people to people connecting easily. I mean the environment, immediate environment of the organization or the place where this meeting or this transfer is happening or taking place. Uh, the general bonding among the people, the liking among them, and how far they are able to coexist as a part of the organization, as a part of a team, as a part of a group of stakeholders. These are the non-verbal. Verbal are related to communication, related to issues of hold on the language, grammatical concepts, on errors, and such thing. Documenting into a meaningful paragraphs and into meaningful sentences and stories and such things. So these are the possible these causes for barriers. And transfer planning, how do you plan to transfer the information through the transfer mechanism, through transfer techniques, is the planning part. The planning part is taking into account that when you do any activity where the apprentice or the trainee or the learner is getting affiliated with you, connected with the giver of the information, then the planning is how the thing will go about, whether it will start with the introduction, whether it will start with the example, whether it will start with the real life stories, whether it will start with the product itself which has been a success in the past, which is a success in the present, or something which is planned into the future and hoping for high and bright prospects about the same, discussing about it. So the flow of the thing is the plan. The plan is the flow of the things, that how the starting will happen, how the middle part will take you to the height of the curve, where it will be the maximum impactful information giving session, and how it will be carried on towards the end, and therefore finalizing the program. So this is the planning part of the transfer. Then is the retention. Retention is how the thing will be retained by the individual stakeholders who come to study from you, who come to gather the information, knowledge from you. They are able to retain it in the long run. They are able to use it for their benefit, for the benefit of other people connected with them, and they learn in the process of their themselves becoming a part of the mastery program in which they have enrolled. Like in this course, you are enrolling for the knowledge transfer program, and then you enrich other people in the process by retaining it and transferring them in the same way that you have learned it. And then transfer success, then you measure the success of this distribution of the knowledge transfer mechanism, how far it has been successful with others, and then they are able to further carry on with the process and giving it a shape of value based products and services. This is how it should happen within an organization. And when they are coming to learn individually in the team that they have participated as a participant, and then they are carrying ahead with the same concept when they go back into their work sphere, communicating with others. Continuous improvement is about how they try to improve upon their learning process, how they try to improve upon their feedback process, how they try to improve upon their communication process, their implementation process, their ways of disseminating, distributing the knowledge interface that they have come across, the obstacles they have faced, and overcoming those obstacles and barriers. That is the continuous improvement that they are going through, that they are trying to implement, that they are themselves trying to learn and trying to show it to others, so that they don't go through all these obstacles and becomes a more and more refined and smooth process for value creation in the end. And last is knowledge sustainability. Sustainability is the ultimate fruit of all these topics, that is the value that you have been able to deliver. Everything that is having a result towards the end is what matters, and that is what people are looking into. If there is no result of going through all these steps, then this knowledge sustainability issue will not arise at all. So the sustainability is the thing that this thing has evolved into a valuable concept that can be that can give user satisfaction, that is viable, relevant and accurate, that can be used by many people. So the thing is this, that the result is basically an application of creativity, which is your innovation. So knowledge sustainability is the ultimate result of going through the topics that I have discussed. And when you come to participate in this course and go through all this, then you feel that towards the end you are able to give something which has impacted your career as a result of the results that you have been able to give, value that you have been able to create by participating in this coaching workshop. So this is the ultimate goal, knowledge sustainability. And greater part of it is when you continue further in the continuous improvement process to showcase your inherent ability to capitalize on carrying forward the expertise, the resources, the critical information that you have gained from participating in such a workshop. Hope you have enriched your understanding and knowledge from this session of my consultancy, Innovative Organization Development Consultancy, and you will like to see further videos of my consultancy in future, and subscribe to my channel and increase the number of likes. Thank you.